right up. Jamie BOZIEN, and do your business funny stuff.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good to be here. I love the Fudge. The Fudge is a great place to work. Damn. They're so serious about that natural food here at the Fudge. It's great. They make a bean sprout a Zen-like experience, and I know of no other place that they can do that. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Any other? Yeah, Ohio people. All right. No. People always give Ohio people like a hard time. I'm serious. They always go, Ohio, isn't that place where they get all those people for those Publishers Clearinghouse commercials? Where do they get those people from? Those people are not from Ohio. Those are like Appalachian mutants. You ever see? I'm serious. You ever seen those commercials like, I couldn't believe it myself. I couldn't even afford my apartment rent, but now I got a house. No capacity for emotion. I got a house. I'm so excited. I have no idea where they get those people. It's crazy. I come from a big family. 5 kids, my mom, my dad, my grandpa. Very big family. Yeah, it's a pretty big family. I have 3 brothers. I'm the youngest of the brothers, youngest of the kids. My brothers used to kick my ass all the time. I'm serious. I thought they were like training for the Olympic boxing team, the way they were kicking my ass. It was like, serious, always kicking my ass. And when they weren't hitting me, they were like threatening me. They were like, hey, Jimmy. I'm serious. Another thing, my brother, they always were like fake punching me and shit. My brother used to do this all the time. He'd go, ooh, 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 ooh. I never could understand that, man. It's like, ooh, ooh. I was like, man, you're kicking your own ass when you're doing that, brother. So it was like, ooh, got you in the chest. Ooh, ooh, got you in the chest. Ooh, 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 got you in the face, man. Ooh, ooh. Got you in the balls. Ooh. Never understood that shit. It's crazy. They always beat my ass, though. That was a trip. So I would, take it out on my sister who would never hit me in a million years, I used to, violate her Barbie dolls and shit. That was, my thing, If Barbie was a person, man, I would have, at 9 years of age, been, tried as an adult and sent to the gas chamber with what I did to those Barbies. I'm serious. My favorite thing was to put ketchup all over her, turn her head sideways, and hang her from the doorknob. It was great. Violate them fucking Barbie dolls. My sister was such a target, though. She was Miss Emotional. Miss Emotional. She would another thing I used to do would be just rearrange her horses. Oh, she had her little horses in her little cabinet, and I used to rearrange them. When she came in, she didn't even have to see it. She'd just walk in a room. Black Beauty is out of place! Oh! And she was so dramatic. It was like Medea, Mother! Somebody's moved Black Beauty! Oh my God! Will it never end? Will it never end? Emotional. It's crazy. I'll tell you one family. I was lucky when it came to family. No heavy-duty tragedies. I'll tell you one family I would hate to come from. That GM test dummy family. You ever seen these commercials? They have, the dummy that, What a violent family to come from. What a painful family. If I was the GM test dummy son, I'd be complaining to my GM test dummy dad all the time. I'd be like, Dad, you come in my room, you tell me to put just a suggestion of clothing on, and you take us all out and crash 45 miles into a brick wall. This is not fun for me, Dad. Why can't you be like a normal dad? Just bring me a popsicle or something. It's terrible. I don't know. My dad couldn't drive. He was from New York. New Yorkers, when they get out of New York, it's like all of a sudden they're maniacs, man. Because in New York, that's normal, the way they drive. He was a maniac. My dad, New Yorker all the way. Very stubborn, man. New Yorkers are just stubborn. My dad was always right. God damn it. You son of a bitch. If you didn't do something exactly the way my dad said you should do it, you were scratching your balls, Dad, I was doing my homework. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you were scratching your balls. Even my sisters. Dad, I was practicing the violin. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you were scratching your balls. Tough. When my dad got mad, like every sentence ended with my ass. Go down the street with my car, my ass. Go down the street, play ping pong with your friends, come home, make a sandwich, and play air hockey, my ass. Everything. It's a trip. My mom could deal with it though, because she's Southern. Southern people, I don't know, they have like a different idea of what angry is. I don't know. My mom, I have this Uncle RL, her brother, man. He would like, when he got angry, he'd be like, break shit, knock things over, scream and slap his kids. And I'd say to my aunt, I go, wow, what's wrong with him? Oh, he's just feeling quirky today. No, baby, he's gonna like kill somebody. I'd hate to see him when he's mad, for Christ's sake. It's crazy. Southern people talk funny too, man. My mom, we'd be like all running around the house, you know, creating a ruckus. My mom would be sitting there and she'd all of a sudden go, Jesus Christ on a crutch. I can't have a moment's peace to have a cup of coffee and read my murder book. That's the way they talk. My mom's a PhD. She reads those little, you ever seen those dime store detective novels? You get them at like Salvation Army. It's like, number 8 of the Mike Slade series, The Trouble with Bullets. You know, she's a PhD. I can't believe it. It's trippy. Totally trippy. I'm a 70s kid. I grew up in the 70s. Anybody else grew up in the 70s? That's like the boring decade to grow up in. You know, the 60s, man, had like Vietnam, the Beatles. We had like the Bee Gees. Watergate. What the fuck? You know? Drag, real drag. So I was a TV baby. I always wanted to be on the Brady Bunch, you know? You remember the opening tune, man? I wanted that middle square, Jack. Get the fucking maid out of there, man. You know, nobody liked the maid anyway in that show, you know? You never knew anything about her personal life, you know? You never saw her get a paycheck. She worked like 20-hour days. She always wore the same goddamn clothes. They didn't really like Alice on that show. Just a thought. No, but I wanted that middle square. It would have been great. That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch. I'm on the show. I'm on the Brady Bunch. Oh, boy. But it never happened. 70s TV. Wow. That was like the era of like the disadvantaged detective, you know? He had like fucking like Ironside. Remember Ironside? Man, the guy could like kick anybody's ass from that wheelchair, Jack. He'd be like, oh, I can use my leg even. He'd be like kicking ass, everybody's butt in that wheelchair. You're like Barnaby Jones. Here's a guy like 90 years old, and he's knocking out 300-pound chin-ho looking dudes with this little chop to the neck. What the hell is that, you know? He'd be like, you know, shut down his whole central nervous system with the little chop. It's funny. And you had Mike Longstreet. You remember that guy, the blind detective who could catch a fucking criminal? He's blind. And he was like, we're going down the street. I can't see him, but I know he's down there, you know? He had that little dog, the white German Shepherd. That was Jack LaLanne's dog, and, you know. He had Jack LaLanne's dog, and that's how he caught the criminals. That fucking dog, you know, that dog had like 2 series at the same time. Remember, he was on the Jack LaLanne show, remember? And that little white dog, the fucking dog's a millionaire, man. He's got his own house in the Hollywood Hills, you know. He's like sitting by a pool all day, calling all his rich doggy friends, oh, Benji Boobala, you'll never call me anymore. You know? Fucking dog's a millionaire. That dog makes a lot of money. Yeah, I was a 70s child. I was definitely a 70s child. A lot of commercials. Commercials are weird nowadays on television, aren't you? Who the hell is Beatrice? Ooh, that shit scares me, man. You know? 2 little kids eating cookies, they look at the camera. Where's Beatrice? Ah! Shit! Man, that scares me. Commercials are weird. You know that Life cereal commercial is still running. Little Mikey and his buddies. They're like all grown up. I heard a rumor they're like all drug addicts. I don't know. Drugs are so prevalent nowadays. They have more drug dealers in Los Angeles than any other place in the world. Unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. And they're not even discreet about it anymore, you know? It's not like, hey man, you want to buy a dime? It's like, marijuana! Who will buy these tasty green buds? Such a high you'll never have seen. I don't smoke marijuana though. It makes me forget things. I can't remember when I had my last joint. Don't I sound like a Reaganite listening to one of his speeches? Segregation has been eliminated in South Africa. Yeah, I love old Ronnie, man. Thinks segregation is eliminated in South Africa. Him and his bunk buddy, Jerry Falwell. I love Jerry Falwell. He says that Bishop Desmond Tutu, one of the greatest symbols of peace in our generation, is a phony. What's next? Huh? Is he going to start picking on other people from history? Mother Teresa, a communist and lesbian in her own right. And Mahatma Gandhi, a man who did not even have the decency to buy a new pair of pants. Conniving together to spread harm in this world. Crazy. But I loved it when Jerry Falwell was on ABC Nightline with Jesse Jackson there. Ooh, Jesse tore him up. Wow, that was amazing. Because Jesse, man, when Jesse says something, man, it moves the earth. The man is a speaker, isn't he? Wow, he's amazing. Could you imagine Jesse in a restaurant talking to a waiter? He'd be like, I am going to place my order because I want to eat. I have to eat. I will eat. His wife would be like, Jesse, please, let the man do his job. You always talking so loud, child. I'm a big sports fan. Are you a sports fan? I'm glad the Royals won, man. I couldn't believe that. Oh, you like the Cardinals? The Cardinals were flabbergasted that they lost, man. Their players at the end, they couldn't even spit out tobacco juice. It was just blah, 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 dribbling out. Man, I can't believe we're lost, man. Blah, 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 blah. It was they couldn't believe it. I love football. I'm a big football fan, too. Have you seen that guy on the Chicago Bears, William Perry? They call him the human refrigerator. My God! Damn, man. That guy weighs 320. It's hi. Ah! Ah! Dude's upper lip weighs 19 pounds. The man is big. He's scoring touchdowns, too. That's what freaks me out. Catching, scoring touchdowns. He can't get excited, though. That's against the rules in football now. You know, you score a touchdown, you can't dance around. 15-yard penalty. They had to, though. The brothers were getting a little into it, weren't they? They were like, yeah, man, 6 in your face. Ref's like, illegal procedure, offense. The brother grabbed his dick, 15 yards. We'll have none of that in the NFL, I'm sorry. It's trippy. I'm a big I feel in a musical mood tonight. I just feel crazy, you know? I just feel in a crazy, just Merv Griffin level mood, man. Can you feel it in the air, man? Ooh. When I think of Merv Griffin, man, I think of genius, don't you? Isn't Merv amazing? Merv is unbelievable. He truly is. I love his show. He has musical guests on there. Every musical guest is his favorite, isn't it? My favorite band, and I'm sure yours, Ocean Breeze. What the fuck, Merv? I never heard of these guys. I love when he sings, you know. It's whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, you're staying alive, staying alive. You know? He tries to dance and shit. Feel the city breaking and everybody shaking, you're staying alive, staying alive. Give it up, Merv, okay? I'm a Motown person. I like Motown. I can't believe they canceled that show, that Motown review. That was a great show. hosted by Smokey Robinson. I really love that show. They had this one episode of it where they had Boy George on there. Did you see that? Him and Boy George and Smokey Robinson were singing a duet. Do you really want to hurt me? And Boy George went up behind him during the song, man. The brother. He was like, do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? The brother was like, I'm about to kick your ass. I'm gonna kick your motherfucking ass. Brothers don't play that gay shit, man. he was gonna kill him. I guess that's why Smokey said, forget it, I'm not doing this show no more, man. Boy George trying to grab my booty, man. Busting me up. They had Wilson Pickett on there on that show. He's amazing. Classic. Wilson Pickett. He's one of them ooh baby ow singers. You know? Kind of sounds like he's choking on some food and shit, you know? Wilson would get messed up in a restaurant, though, if he was choking on the food. You know, he'd be on the ground like, ah! People would be like, blow Wilson, go, man! Yeah! Come over here, man. He's breakdancing and everything. Wow, Wilson, yo! Oh, man, you dead, huh? Wilson. That's such a trip. You girls, man. You girls. Wow. That, what's your group called? Spontaneous combustion. Wow. Girls. Mostly, you were like, where's the only guy? Well, he's gone. Never mind. Over there he is. Yeah. Women are tough nowadays. I mean, you girls are tough. Women are tough in Los Angeles, at least. They like pump iron and shit. Have you seen, you guys like work out? Yeah, man. Women pump iron. I'm serious. You have like some of the huskiest women in the world living in Los Angeles. You've seen them all around, man. I see them all the time. I see them in my health club. And when women get big and husky, man, they start getting this attitude, you know? I see them all the time. They're like walking up to guys in the health club. They're like, yeah, go ahead. Give me your best shot. Come on, right in the uterus. Go ahead. I can take it. Whack. Not bad for 3 months pregnant, huh? Yeah. Fucking Rambo ladies. Y'all see Rambo? Classic, man. Everybody's seen it. It's like, Sylvester Stallone's back and he'll do anything to keep from wearing a shirt. This guy like runs through fire, hangs from a helicopter, no goddamn shirt to be found, you know? I don't understand it. And anything to get this guy to flex his muscles, you know? Like in that movie, he said one scene, he's like, no, you can't do this to me, no. I think you wrote that script, Sly. I don't know. But people take that seriously, man. Like that Rambo shit seriously. Pretty soon it's gonna be like Rambo World, you know? Husband's coming home, honey, I'm home. You know, kids will have little guns. Hi, Daddy. You know? Everybody's gonna have guns. It'll like mean nothing to get shot, you know? Dad, Billy shot me in the shoulder tonight. You told him he wasn't allowed to have the Uzi in the house, Dad, and he shot me. He shot me in the stomach yesterday, Dad. It really hurt. I don't know. Scary. Well, I'm pretty much finished. You guys have been a good audience. Thanks a lot.
Huh? What do you think? Jamie BOZIEN. He was just getting started here too, you know. Funny guy. Where does the material come from? That's what I'd like to know. Who knows where this material comes from? You know, people try their darndest to compliment themselves, kind of augment the situation so they can be together, whether it's in a relationship or union of marriage or just a general relationship, you know. And there's been several attempts to make things work, whether it's trying to exploit the situation. Well, I mean, you know, you spend a little money on an effort to get together. You see several dating services, and being overweight certainly doesn't help. You know, several health spas are happening. I remember before I lost 30 pounds, believe it or not, well, 25 pounds, well, 21 pounds. You know, I had a few pounds there, and I was curious, you know, before I got into my relationship. I I sent to this photo dating. You probably heard of photo dating services, huh? Where you send them a picture before you're overweight. While you're overweight, you know, you try whatever you can do. What the heck, you know? You only go through once. So I must admit, I sent a picture to a photo dating service, showing all my needs, my wants, my desires. What did I get back? A picture of a refrigerator. I know. I drank a lot to compensate. One time, I was going home. Oh, I'm not going to tell you about this, you know. It's a terrible thing, you know. I was stopped, and the police officer said, "Get out of that car." And it says, "Why?" Well, you know, who could question a police officer? I did. And he said, "Get out of the car, walk that line." I said, "What for? I'm not going that way." But it didn't help. I was still... You know, we try. We all try here. And we have a good cook here this evening here. Let's thank that young lady over here, Cynthia. Did anybody order any food? Did she do a good job? Who ordered the salsa and chips? Nobody? Dare you all?